Former President Donald Trump pleads not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records in hush money case. Former President Trump pleaded not guilty Tuesday to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree, according to unsealed court records. The felony charges were announced by Manhattan Judge Juan Merchant, whose daughter worked on the Biden-Harris campaign, marking the first former president in U.S. history to be criminally charged. The evidence will show that Trump, they said, did so to cover up crimes related to the 2016 election. This is what Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who refused to cite the underlying crimes related to the books and record counts because the law does not so require, he said. Alex tweets, Alvin Bragg, sometimes called Fat Alvin, built his case off of copying and pasting the same charge 34 times around concealing another crime, quote unquote, in order to make it a felony, but did not include the crime being covered up in the indictment because the law does not so require, he said. Trump was arrested around 1:35 p.m. Eastern Time and appeared before Merchant, who barred the media from broadcasting the proceedings. Photographers were allowed to enter the courtroom prior to the proceedings beginning, before they were told to leave. CBS Scott MacFarlane describes the courtroom as stuffy, warm, and feeling like an old middle school, not like ornate federal courtrooms. Trump now heads back to his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida, where he'll hold a press conference. Merchant notably warned Trump not to make social media posts that could foment unrest among his supporters, and also expressed concern that Trump could divulge sensitive information online. Trump's attorneys, however, told reporters that would not happen. The case is scheduled to continue on December 4th. Even Mitt Romney thinks this is BS. He said, I believe President Trump's character and conduct make him unfit for office. Even so, I believe the New York prosecutor has stretched to reach felony criminal charges in order to fit a political agenda. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Republican from California, also commented, tweeting, Alvin Bragg is attempting to interfere in our democratic process by invoking federal law to bring politicized charges against President Trump, admitting using federal funds, while at the same time arguing that the people's representatives in Congress lack jurisdiction to investigate this farce. Stay tuned for Trump's presser. Now, the update before that, Manhattan District Attorney Office holding press conference following the indictment of former President Trump on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records charged with federal prosecutors declined to pursue. During the presser, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg was asked about the underlying crime, which is not in the indictment. Bragg responded that several laws are at play, including Election Law 17-152. As New York Times' Jonah Bromwich notes, one of the unusual things about this case is the application of a state election law to a federal election, and Trump's lawyers are sure to seize on that in their challenges to the prosecution. Bragg said, true and accurate business records are important everywhere. Of note, the charges against Trump are all Class E felonies, the lowest category of felony offense in New York, which carry maximum prison sentence of 4 years. The judge in the case says he will not impose a gag order at this time, but warned Trump not to make social media posts which could foment unrest. And according to New York Times, under New York law, falsifying business records is generally a misdemeanor, but prosecutors can escalate the charge when they believe a person falsified business records in order to commit another crime or hide the commitment of a crime. The next in-person hearing for Trump has been scheduled for December 4th per CNN. And this is on Serial Hedge by Tyler Durden. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box